Thank you everybody for coming here. This has been a very special film, बहुत special film है ये. जहाँ से शुरू हुई थी और जहाँ तक ये पहुँची है, मुझे लगता है बहुत अच्छा सफर गुजरा है, लेकिन एक बहुत लंबा सफर अभी भी बाकी है. बहुत सारे आक्षेप भी हुए हम पे, प्रोपेगेंडा फिल्म से लेकर पता नहीं क्या क्या हमें कहा गया, लेकिन ऑडियंस ने उन हर बात का जवाब दिया. ऑडियंस ने जिस तरह इस फिल्म को एक्सेप्ट किया, अप्रिशिएट किया, और जिस तरीके से लोगों ने इस फिल्म को प्यार दिया, उन्होंने उन सारे आक्षेपों का जवाब अपने आप दे दिया. लेकिन हमें ये लगता है कि हमारा काम सिर्फ फिल्म बनाना नहीं था, उससे आगे भी कुछ हमें करना था. हमारा कमिटमेंट है इन विक्टिम्स के साथ जिनकी जिंदगियां बर्बाद करने की पूरी कोशिश की गई. आज हम आप लोगों को कुछ ऐसे लोगों से मिलवाएंगे भी जो इस खतरनाक ट्रैप में फंसे हैं और इस खतरनाक ट्रैप से कैसे निकले हैं, यह आप उन्हीं की जुबानी सुनेंगे भी. एक नया इनिशिएटिव भी हम आज शुरू करना चाह रहे हैं ताकि सिर्फ एक फिल्म बना के इनकी आवाज़ लोगों तक पहुंचाने से आगे इस काम को लेके जाया जाए. एक बहुत बड़े नंबर ने इस फिल्म को देखा है, करीब 1.25 करोड़ लोगों ने इस फिल्म को अब तक 11 दिनों में देखा है. लेकिन हमारे देश की आबादी 142 करोड़ है और 1 करोड़ लोग उस आबादी का एक बहुत छोटा हिस्सा है. तो मुझे ये लगता है कि ये फिल्म हमारे देश के हर नागरिक को अपने फैमिली के साथ देखनी चाहिए. अभी भी अगर किसी वजह से, मैं मानता हूँ करीब 5 या 10 करोड़ लोगों ने पायरेटेड वर्जन भी देख ही लिया होगा, और मैं उन सबसे भी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आपने पायरेटेड वर्जन देखा भी हो तो इन लड़कियों की आवाज बन के आपको ये फिल्म जरूर देखनी चाहिए. ये लड़कियां सिर्फ केरल की नहीं है, ये पूरे भारत में चल रहा है. और अगर हम इस पे आज रिएक्शन नहीं देंगे तो शायद बहुत देर हो जाएगी. और इसलिए ये हमारी जिम्मेदारी है कि हम सब ये फिल्म देखें और इन लड़कियों की आवाज बने. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you, Vipul sir. Beautifully spoken, capturing the essence, but that was only a teaser. There's lots of action waiting for the rest of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have with us the director of the Kerala story, Sudipto Sen. His storytelling prowess.
आज जिन लड़कियों की कहानी सुनाई दे रहा है जिन लड़कियों ने हमें जिन लड़कियों ने ये फिल्म बनाने के लिए हमें मजबूर किया था, वो संख्या में तो बहुत है. आज कुछ हमारी बहन इधर आई हुई है, आपसे मुलाकात होगी. मैं सिर्फ एक छोटा सा इंसिडेंट बता दूं, जो बिना बताए इस फिल्म की जड़ कहाँ है वो आप लोगों को समझ में नहीं आएगा. यहाँ पे आपके साथ मुलाकात होगी श्रुति की, चित्रा की, अथिरा की. मैं जब पहले बार श्रुति चित्रा से मिलने गए थे, एर्नाकुलम शहर से थोड़ी दूर एक छोटा सा जगह पे उनकी घर था. उस घर में बिजली नहीं थी क्योंकि बिजली काट दिया गया था. और ये लोग जब खाना बनाने के लिए सब्जी लेके आते थे, उनकी बैग छीन लिया जाता था. रात भर बिना खाए, बिना बिजली की ये लोग दिन बिताते थे. जब मैं इंटरव्यू करने गया था, ये 2015-2016 की बात है, दो दरवाजा की जो पार्ट है, इतना सा स्पेस था जिनमें से लाइट आ रहा था. उसी लाइट में मैंने इन लड़कियों की इंटरव्यू किया था. तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि इनकी इमोशन की, इनकी खुलेपन की, इनकी आज़ादी की, जिस तरह लोगों ने मिसयूज किए और उनको इस मुकाम में खड़ा कर दिए थे, वही था हमारी इस फिल्म बनाने की इंस्पिरेशन. तो आज हमारी दिन नहीं है, आज उन लोगों की दिन है. तो अगर आप लोगों ने जो भी रिपोर्ट करेंगे, जो भी लिखेंगे, वो कंपैशन प्लीज लाइएगा आपकी राइटिंग्स में, आपकी रिपोर्टिंग में।
Thank you very much. Let's hear it for Director Sudipta Sen. Have contributed to the success of the Kerala story. His commitment to the project, his belief in the message has been instrumental in bringing this film to fruition. Please welcome co-producer Ashish Shah.
Hello, good afternoon everybody. I guess already Sir and Dada has said enough for the film. All I would say is that I'm very blessed to be part of this film. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ashin. Short, sweet, a man of action. Ada Sharma.
हेलो, थैंक यू यहाँ आने के लिए, थैंक यू हमें सपोर्ट करने के लिए, हमारी फिल्म को इतना सपोर्ट देने के लिए। लेकिन आज हमारा दिन नहीं है, इन लड़कियों का दिन है, तो जितना प्यार आपने मुझे दिया है आप प्लीज़ इनको दीजिए एंड इनकी स्टोरीज आप सुनिए। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Ada. Thank you so much for that lovely message. Please welcome Yogita Devani.
थैंक यू सो मच हमारी फिल्म को इतना प्यार देने के लिए, यहाँ आने के लिए, और थैंक यू सो मच आप लोगों को, आप यहाँ आए हैं और मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि मैं इन लोगों से मिल पा रही हूँ आज। बस इतना ही बोलना चाहूँगी। थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, Yogita. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम सुधीर नानी है और मैंने द केरला स्टोरी में गीतांजलि मेनन का किरदार निभाया है। बहुत गर्व महसूस हो रहा है कि इस मूवमेंट का मैं पार्ट रह सकी, और मैं थैंक यू कहना चाहूँगी विपुल सर, दादा और आशीष शाह को कि उनकी वजह से ये जो पिक्चर बनी है, जो लोगों तक पहुँची है, और दौलत शौहरत नाम वो तो मतलब एक एक्टर के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है, बट लाइफ में एक बार ऐसा मौका मिलता है कि आप अपने आप से एक इतना बड़ा काम करो जो लोगों तक पहुँचे और वो लोगों की भलाई करे, और इससे बड़ी बात हमारे लिए नहीं हो सकती है। सो थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you very much, Siddhi. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sonia Balani.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for such an overwhelming response. First of all, बहुत लोग पूछ रहे थे एक्सपेक्ट किया था या नहीं, मैंने तो नहीं किया था फॉर श्योर। एंड जैसा विपुल सर ने अभी कहा कि अच्छी बात ये है कि सिर्फ फिल्म बना के हमने उसे वहीं नहीं छोड़ दिया, आगे की जो कुछ हम कर सकते थे वो हम कर रहे हैं। बहुत लोगों ने क्वेश्चंस पूछे थे कि क्या हुआ है, किसी के साथ हुआ भी है या नहीं। आई एम श्योर आधे आंसर्स आपको फिल्म देख के मिल गए होंगे, आधे आज मिल जाएंगे। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you very much, Sonia. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we have the honor of having some real life heroes, the victims, brave individuals who have experienced situations similar to what is portrayed in the film, join us on the stage. They have graciously agreed to share their stories, offering us a glimpse into the reality that the Kerala story aims to address. It takes immense courage to stand before us, and we applaud them for their strength and their resilience. Through their experience, we hope to deepen our understanding and empathy towards those who have faced similar challenges. And let me tell you, there are thousands across the country who have faced these challenges. Their presence reminds us of the importance of not just watching movies, but actively engaging with the issues they present. Let us listen attentively to their stories and make a positive difference in the life of others. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage not just one or two, but 26 conversion survivors who will be flown in all the way from Kerala to talk about their experiences. Please welcome the real life heroes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I know the initial applause has given away the stunned silence, wondering what really is in store. And these ladies will in their own voice tell us what they have been through. And we applaud them for their courage. It takes courage to come forward and talk about what they have been through. And ladies and gentlemen, to tell you exactly what this entire event and the significance, I'd like to invite back to address you, creative director and producer, Mr. Vipul Amrutlal Shah.
ये सारी लड़कियां बहुत बहादुर हैं, बहुत सारा खतरा उठाकर अपनी जिंदगी जीती हैं आज भी, और उस खतरे के बावजूद ये खुल के सामने आई हैं। उनको अपनी आवाज मिली है इस पिक्चर के थ्रू, और वो आवाज अब दबनी नहीं चाहिए, ऐसा हमें लगता है। आज हम एक इनिशिएटिव शुरू करना चाह रहे हैं जिसका नाम है प्रोटेक्ट आवर डॉटर्स। इस फिल्म का पर्पस था सेव द डॉटर्स, पर वहीं हम रुकना नहीं चाहते, हम बात को आगे ले जाना चाहते हैं, हम कुछ बदलाव चाहते हैं इनकी जिंदगी में। ये लड़कियां एक आश्रम बनाने की कोशिश कर रही हैं ताकि वो लोग वहां एक सुरक्षित और अच्छे माहौल में अपनी जिंदगी जी सके। सबसे पहले मैं इनसे आमंत्रित करूंगा और ये आपको बताएंगी अपनी जिंदगी के बारे में भी और उस आश्रम के बारे में जो बनाना कितना जरूरी है और उसके लिए हम क्या करने वाले हैं। प्लीज आइए और अपनी बात लोगों तक रखिए।
Namaste everyone, I am Shruti. I am lifetime worker at Arsha Vidya Samajam, which is situated in Kerala, Trivandrum right now. And how I could associate with Arsha Vidya Samajam, I would like to say first. 10 years back, I was victim of ideological conversion. And it was Arsha Vidya Samajam and Acharya Shri K.R. Manoji, the founder and director of Arsha Vidya Samajam, who brought me back to Sanatana Dharma. Arsha Vidya Samajam क्या है और आर्ष विद्या समाजम के संस्थापन कैसे हुआ और इसका एक्टिविटीज के बारे में कुछ बोलने चाहती हूँ। 99 में आर्ष विद्या समाजम का संस्थापन हुई है। आचार्य श्री के.आर. मनोज जी ने संस्थापन किए थे और इसका मिशन जो वेद ग्रंथों में लिखी हुई है, ईश्वर का वाणी होती है, कृण्वन्तो विश्वमार्यम, let the universe fill with the noble ones। ये मिशन पूरा करने के लिए to fulfill the mission आर्ष विद्या समाजम is established। ये मिशन पूरा करने के लिए कैसे करें? सनातन धर्म का पंच कर्तव्य का पालन करना चाहिए। पंच कर्तव्य मतलब सनातन धर्म का सही अध्ययन, अनुष्ठान, सही तरह की प्रचारण, अध्यापन और संरक्षण होना चाहिए। ऐसे ही हमें कृण्वन्तो विश्वमार्यम पूरा कर सकेगा। तो इसलिए संस्थापन हुई थी आर्ष विद्या समाजम। इसके लिए 4 कोर्सेस की तैयारी की गई। आध्यात्मिक शास्त्र नाम से सनातन धर्म को पद परिचय से सिखाने के लिए कंपैरेटिव रिलीजन भी इसमें इंक्लूड किए गए ताकि सनातन धर्म और दूसरी मतों के बारे में भी टर्मिनोलॉजी से लेकर एक सिस्टमैटिक स्टडीज करने के लिए। और भारतीय संस्कृति नाम की एक कोर्स है टू लर्न अबाउट द रियल हिस्ट्री, कल्चरल हिस्ट्री, सोशल हिस्ट्री, इंडिपेंडेंस हिस्ट्री, एवरीथिंग। वो
असली हिस्ट्री लर्न करने के लिए, सीखने के लिए ये कल्चरल हेरिटेज ऑफ इंडिया मतलब भारतीय संस्कृति कोर्स तैयारी की गई. बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम दैट वी नो बिकॉज वी हैड एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट. We are witnessing several such cases in daily basis. So हमारा आश्रम का एक ज़रूरत कितना है, हमारा आश्रम विद्या समाजम का ज़रूरत कितना है. हम जो कोर्स सीखकर सनातन धर्म की ओर आए हैं इसका ज़रूरत कितना है, ये समझकर, इसका नेसेसिटी समझकर हम इस काम के लिए हमारा पूरा जीवन आगे रखे हैं. We are ready to speak just because nobody should be there like Shruti or like Dr. Anakha, like Chitra Chechi or Vishali and Adira or like Akhila and all. So we should guide, we should expose what happened in our life. Then only people can understand what is happening in and around. So we are the people, we are the only people who are saving this type of the people who became witness for the ideological or loud rap jihad or whatever types of jihad or conversion. This is the only institution which is focusing to bringing back those who misguided.
Thank you very much, Shruti. और अभी इन्होंने खुद कहा 7,000 का नंबर एक संस्था का. तो मुझे लगता है कि अब ये 32,003 इंसानों की जिंदगियां बर्बाद हो रही हैं, उनका साथ ना देकर इस फिल्म को छोटा या झूठा साबित करने की गंदी कोशिश करना, ये कितना सही है, ये हर एक को अपने आप को आईने में देख के जवाब देना चाहिए. 7,000 का नंबर अभी इन्होंने कहा, और इससे बहुत सारे आंकड़े लेके हम बहुत जल्दी आएंगे और सारा खुलासा करेंगे 32,000 का भी. उसके बाद मैं देखना चाहता हूं कि जिन लोगों ने हमें क्रिटिसाइज किया, क्या वो अपना रुख बदलते हैं, लेकिन वो हमारे बारे में क्या सोचते हैं उससे हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आप इन लड़कियों की लड़ाई को वीक मत करिए, आप इन लड़कियों के साथ अन्याय मत करिए. दैट इज आवर रिक्वेस्ट, दैट इज व्हाट वी वांट टू सी. प्लीज आप में से जो भी बोलना चाहे बोलिए.
जैसा विपुल शाह जी ने कहा कि नंबर 32,000 या 3 की नहीं है. जैसा हमारे एक्सपीरियंस में सिंस 1999 टिल डेट वी हैव बीन सक्सेसफुल इन ब्रिंगिंग बैक मोर देन 7,000 पीपल, बट दैट डजंट मीन दैट द नंबर इज ओनली 7,000. Even today, after we have of the 7,000 people who came back, 25 of us are dedicated to this mission, full time working for this cause, fighting against conversion and bringing back people. And each of us are getting at least 5 to 10 calls from parents across the world saying, this is happening to my daughter in my family, or this is happening to my son in my family. What do we do? How do we bring them back? Please help us. So the number is not in 7,000 or 32,000. It's a larger, very larger number. It's very prevalently happening, and it's not just happening to girls, it's happening to boys also. In the recent past 1 year itself, we have had at least 4 cases of radicalization of young boys aged about 15 to 17, 2 from the US and 2 from UK, and we have been able to bring them back completely, and now they are fully following Sanatana Dharma. So let's not go by numbers. If you actually want to know the numbers, it's much higher. It's going to be much higher than 32,000. That's what I can say from our experience, and what is happening in not just Kerala today but around the world.
Educational and service institution which was established in the year 1999 by Acharya Shri K.R. Manoj ji, a spiritual guru who belongs to 3 major Guru Paramparas. The mission of Ashra Vidya Samajam is to fulfill the Panchakartavyas of Sanatana Dharma, that is Adhyayana, systematic study, Anusthana, training, Pracharana, promotion.
सुविधा भी होगी अपार्ट फ्रॉम ये सारे जो कोर्सेज चलाने वाले हैं. तो हम हमारी फिल्म की ओर से एक छोटी सी शुरुआत करना चाह रहे हैं. वी वुड लाइक सनशाइन पिक्चर्स एंड द एंटायर टीम ऑफ केरला स्टोरी वुड लाइक टू start this process by starting a small contribution of 51 lakh rupees towards this ashram.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can, we got cameras and hands where I can't expect applause, but fine. I know there's a wonderful initiative out here, 51 lakhs for this wonderful, wonderful cause presented by Sunshine Pictures and the team behind the Kerala story.
So, this is just the beginning. We will continue to contribute, and we, as the society and nation, should take it upon us to help them, help this Samaj, help this institute. We'll give you the details if you want to put it out for bank details where people can make the donations. And let's bring them, let's protect them. That is what today's main reason is. And as we said, we would like to hear from them more than us. Now we can start the question answer session if anybody wants to ask anything.
Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just a few ground rules. We'll have a few questions first to the cast and crew of the Kerala story, and then we'll move on to our real heroes. Okay, so these are the real heroes, and then we have the real life heroes. Please note that we will not be having any one-on-ones. So whatever you need to ask, please ask.
And if they want to ask the questions to them, please go ahead.
Okay, if you prefer to ask, yes.
Sutu, I want to ask you, out of the 26 sitting here, how many had actually joined the ISIS?
देखिए ये 26 लोग में कोई भी ISIS की ओर नहीं गए हैं, मगर उसके भी ज़्यादा वहाँ नहीं गए, मगर हमारा संरक्षण नहीं, हम नहीं संरक्षण दिए तो हम आश्रय विद्या समाज और आचार्य जी हम सब लोग मदद नहीं किए तो उन लोगों का साथ भी ऐसा ही होता था. might have happened something with their life, with our life.
They've been rescued. They were on their route to something very, very sinister, and they've been rescued from there. That's what she said.
Hello, Vipul sir. Vipul sir and Sudhir sir. My question is to you all. This is Russell D'Souza from PTI. While I understand what you all are trying to highlight in the movie, and you all have previously also stressed that this film, this story, is against terrorism and the terror network, and it doesn't target any single community. But having seen the film, I must bring light to certain points. Like in Kerala, when we see this movie, there is not a single redeeming person from the Muslim community shown in the movie. Like in the scene in the mall, half the mall is attacking the girls, and the other half the mall, the people are just standing and doing nothing. Also, if the scene where Ada comes back to the person's house after getting impregnated to the guy's house, there are posters on his walls saying how nationalism is dangerous, Muslims the way forward. There's a poster showing the American flag and an Islamic flag attacking each other. The question is the iconography. While we understand that the message, maybe that's not the intent, but it's the iconography that stays with people long after they watch the film, because images are sometimes even more powerful than words. So isn't this iconography painting an entire community in a very negative light when not even one redeeming person is shown from that community?
As you started your talk by saying that you understood that this film is not about any religion, not Hindu, not Muslim, not Christian, anybody. It is about three girls who represents the sufferings of thousands of girls, which already I think convincingly they said, and if you have any other question, you can ask them. Now coming to the iconography and the characterization. We were not here to do the balance act, that thoda Hindu ko अच्छे दिखा दे, thoda Muslimanों को अच्छे दिखा दे. This was not our film. We wanted to tell the story the way it happens. Each and every word being spoken, each and every visual being shown is correct, and how far it is correct you can cross check with.
We are doing disservice to these girls and every victim by focusing on that side rather than focusing on the girls.
Vipul, hi, this is Upala here from Vijay. Hi Sudhir. Wonderful film. Vipul, my question is, I've seen Human. I think that was a great web series which opened up a lot of issues in the medical world. And today you are also, you made the Kerala Files, which has exposed issues of society, the ills of society. So as a filmmaker, you're taking great steps towards not commercial success only, but also creating social awareness. When you embark on your projects today, is there a conscious thought in you today to do something, not just money making, but also doing such projects which will create more awareness? Like they said, after the movie, they got calls from everywhere. As a filmmaker, do you feel that conscious thought in your head?
I think what is very important is when Sudipto Dada came to me and narrated me this script, I felt it was my duty to make this film. More than anything else, I felt compelled. I felt that if we are not going to tackle these subjects, and we knew the challenges, we knew it's going to be difficult, we knew on that day when we started that we will be labeled a propaganda film, we will be told people with agenda. We knew every criticism that was going to come our way. But that should not deter us from doing something which is so humane and so right. And that's why when somebody asks certain question, he or me will get a little bit emotional, because at this point of time we should really talk about what is happening, these girls, their lives. That should be our priority, that should be our concern. We get emotional because we feel why we are not able to look at their pain, why we are not able to look at what they are going through, why the country needs to be woken up. And after this film also, we still need to be woken up. It makes us really emotionally angry sometimes. But that's the reason why I made the film. And I'm very, very proud that we all these girls are brave girls. They all knew what they were getting into. We all knew we're going to be labeled a lot, and yet we all have done it with all our intensity, with all our integrity and with truth. And that's what matters at the end of the day for all of us. So today we are in a very happy state that at least the nation is talking about this subject, this topic. Forget about Kerala's story. It will come, it will go. This topic should not go. This topic should remain in the center of the nation's conversation. That is important.
Any particular communities being targeted?
Sorry?
Any particular communities being targeted?
Sir, we have said again and again. मैं आपको एक सिंपल बात कहता हूँ. शोले में गब्बर सिंह विलन है ना, तो सिंह कम्युनिटी के अगेंस्ट तो नहीं है रमेश सिप्पी साहब. हर फिल्म कुछ बुरे लोगों की बात करती है, और जब कोई भी फिल्म कुछ बुरे लोगों की बात करती है तो हम हर वक्त तो उसे किसी रिलीजन से नहीं जोड़ देते. सिंघम 2 में तो एक प्रीस्ट है विलन, तो क्या हिंदू सारे संत समाज को विलन कहने की कोशिश की गई है? बिल्कुल नहीं. वो एक ट्राइंग टू फाइंड समथिंग टू से कि समहाउ ये फिल्म किसी और एक इशारा कर रही है, क्योंकि हमने बनाते वक्त बहुत केयर रखी है कि हम किसी भी धर्म, किसी भी कम्युनिटी, किसी के भी अगेंस्ट नहीं है. हम सिर्फ और सिर्फ उन परपेट्रेटर्स के अगेंस्ट हैं और उन्हीं को हमने दिखाया है. That is what this film is about. This film is about these girls. This film is about those 3 girls whose lives were destroyed. उनकी जिंदगी बर्बाद हो गई. ये उनके लिए है. बाकी सब हमारे अपने तरीके हैं ना अग्री करने के, and that's most welcome in democracy. Everybody has a right to disagree. But सवाल क्या है कि हम कभी ये सवाल नहीं उठाते ना. किसी और फिल्म में आपने ये सवाल उठाया? हर फिल्म का विलन किसी ना किसी रिलीजन से तो बिलोंग करता ही है. ऐसा तो कोई विलन नहीं होगा ना जो किसी रिलीजन से बिलोंग नहीं करता. आपने कितनी बार ये सवाल उठाए, लेकिन आज ये सवाल क्यों उठा रहे हैं? हम लड़कियों की ओर क्यों नहीं देख रहे हैं? दैट इज अ बिगर क्वेश्चन जो हम सबको जवाब देना चाहिए.
Hi Vipul, Kiran Jain this side. Hi from दैनिक भास्कर. फिल्म की कहानी अच्छी लगी, सबको फिल्म अच्छी लगी. मेरा सवाल ये है कि ये फिल्म की कहानी ज़्यादातर ISIS और टेररिज्म पर है. आज जब आपने ये जो एक्टिविटी रखी है, इनसे हमें इंट्रोड्यूस कराया है,
आपने उन लोगों को सामने क्यों नहीं लाया या ला नहीं सकते या ला नहीं पाए हैं जो एक्चुअली ISIS और टेररिज्म का शिकार हो चुके हैं?
जिस लड़की की कहानी शालिनी, वो अफगानिस्तान की जेल में है और नीमा का टेस्टिमोनी हमने फिल्म के एंड में रखा है। गीतांजलि के माँ बाप का टेस्टिमोनियल भी हमने रखा है। लेकिन वो लड़कियां जो कहीं चली गई हैं, उन तक पहुंचना हमारी रीच के बाहर है।
मैं एक पॉइंट ऐड करूं, हमारी उद्देश्य ये नहीं था कि कोई एक एग्जीबिशन करके लड़कियों को दिखाने की कोई इरादा नहीं था। यहाँ पे कुछ ह्यूमैनिटेरियन कहानी बोलने की कोशिश की। गीतांजलि की जो माँ बाप की जो आपने फिल्म की एंड में देखे हैं, वो माँ बाप भी आना चाहते थे हमें सपोर्ट करने के लिए, लेकिन वो लोग ऐसे दूरी में रहते हैं, उनको इधर आने में 3 दिन लग जाएगा क्योंकि नियरेस्ट शहर से भी वो लोग बहुत दूर रहते हैं। बात ये है, कितने लोग, हमने कहीं नहीं बोला कि 50,000 लड़की 70,000 लड़के आईसीस में चले गए। उसके लिए आज भी हम क्या बोलेंगे, अलग अलग दुनिया की जगह से पेपर भेज रहे हैं, प्रूफ। आज भी एक प्रूफ आया कि 42,000 लड़कियों को आईसीस ने इम्प्रेग्नेंट की है। आज आए हैं, मतलब पायनियर न्यूयॉर्क करके कोई मैगजीन से। बात ये नहीं है कि हमने कोई सेलिब्रेशन करना था, कोई शो एग्जीबिशन करना था, हमें 3 प्यारी बच्ची की कहानी बोलना था और वो कहानी हमने बोले और उस कहानी के थ्रू एक बहुत बड़ा इशू को हम टारगेट किए। ये श्रुति अगर अभी बोलना शुरू करेगी ना, रात हो जाएगा, आप सुन नहीं पाएंगे, सिर्फ आंसू बचेगा, आपकी एनर्जी खत्म हो जाएगा, सब हो जाएगा। अगर श्रुति अपने कहानी बोले, अगर अतीरा अपने कहानी बोले, चित्रा अपने कहानी बोले, तो बात यह है, मुझे दुख इस बात की हुई, हमारी देश में आज भी अगर गरीब को रोटी देने की बात करें ना, तो कोई सवाल उठाएगा, इसका कोई जरूर कोई उद्देश्य है कि गरीब को रोटी दे रहा है। पॉलिटिक्स ने बहुत बुरे कर दिए हमारी मन को। इन तीनों बच्ची की जो हमारी फिल्म में थी और यहाँ पे जो 26 लड़की बैठी है, इनकी दर्द किसी को नजर नहीं आते हैं, यानी कि हमारी पॉलिटिकल मंशा मन में आता है, which really pained us.
Hi, this is Mohan from the Times of India. Brainwashed into a different ideology or state of mind due to a certain particular ideology, that their pattern of interactions with their family, pattern of interactions with their closed ones had changed so much that they had become averse to their own families. They wanted to leave their families, they wanted to disassociate from their friends and near and dear ones, and wanted to they were inclined or sympathizing with the anti-national or anti-human trend, which is what the parents or their close relatives noticed, and that was when they intervened and they brought them to Asha Vidya Samajam, where we were able to debate with them based on we were able to give them counseling, intellectual, ideological counseling, and bring them back. So if you ask for records, 7,000 people we have the data, but then there is no evidence otherwise, because these people who have come back or have been affected, they don't speak up about it, or their families don't want to reveal their identities because of the political scenario or because of the concern for the safety of their lives. People don't come out and speak about it. That's the reason there's no evidence. Like Nima Matthews' character depicts in the movie, when the policeman is asking for proof. Where is the proof? So this is why we don't have proof. People don't come up and talk about it. That's it.
About the diversity of the state, the film actually wants to maintain the diversity and just want to expose the bad apples. So if exposing terrorism is going to affect the diversity, if that's what your conclusion is, then I don't agree with it. I believe that when you expose the bad elements, the rest of the communities can come together and live better life together.
Hello sir, this is Vinamra from First Post. I had a question for Sudipto and Vipul. My question is, before you made the Kerala story, were you both aware about the atrocities that were being committed against these women? And secondly, Kerala has the highest literacy rate in India. So for the ISIS to be able to successfully brainwash as many as 32,000 women, was it an appalling figure for the two of you?
do I need to tell you about 32,000? Already we discussed. I think you heard the answer, right? नहीं, अभी मैं आपको बता दूं, ये जो एनालॉजी है ना, द 32,000, आई मीन केरला का हाईएस्ट लिटरेसी रेट है, तो इसमें केरल में इस तरह की इंसिडेंट्स कैसे हो सकता है? केरल में ना 2 केरला एग्जिस्ट करता है, मतलब मुझे बोलने में कोई केरला जाएंगे और जहां से श्रुति आती है ना उसकी गांव में जाएंगे, जहां से चित्रा आती है उसकी जगह जाएंगे, जहां से ये कन्वर्शन की इतना बड़ा रैकेट चलता है वहां पे जाएंगे, तो मैं आपकी इंटरव्यू दूंगा। ट्रस्ट मी, वो लड़की नेक्स्ट डे केरला गई, इन सबसे मिली, कसरगोड, कोयिकोड, ये सब जगह पे अकेली घूमी और वहां से रिपोर्ट लेके आए। वो उस कन्वर्शन सेंटर में गए जहां पे इन लोगों को कन्वर्ट किया गया था। तो मेरी कहने का मतलब है केरला 2 एग्जिस्ट करता है। एक केरला जो पिक्चर पोस्टकार्ड जैसे हैं, बैक वाटर, खूबसूरत लैंडस्केप, कलारीपट्टुम, डांस, मार्शल आर्ट, हाथी, क्या नहीं, नौ मतलब सब कुछ दिखता है जो दुनिया भर में जानते हैं। और एक केरला जो बसता है ना, जो नॉर्थर्न पार्ट ऑफ केरला है, मलप्पुरम, कासरगोड, कोयिकोड, जो साउथ कर्नाटका की मैंगलोर के साथ जुड़ते हैं, इंक्लूडिंग मैंगलोर। ये एक टेरर नेटवर्क की हब है। यहाँ से जितने कहानियां आपको सुनेंगे, जितना जानने का पाएंगे, ये तब आपको पता चलेगा कि हाईएस्ट लिटरेसी रेट इन द ह्यूमन इंडेक्स, द वुमेन हेल्थ, चाइल्ड हेल्थ की टॉप में रहने वाले एक स्टेट में अंडर द कारपेट क्या होने जा रहा है। और इसके लिए हमारे साथ बहस की जगह, अगर हम आपकी मन में एक्चुअली ऑर्गेनिकली क्वेश्चन पैदा किए, जस्ट नॉट टू डाउन अस, not to ridicule us. Being a journalist, if anything has come to your mind, go to Kerala, go to Kasaragod, go to Kozhikode, वहां से रिपोर्ट करिए तो पता चलेगा कि इस कहानी की सच्चाई कहां छुपी हुई है।
एक और आपको बात मैं बताना चाहता हूं, CNN इंटरनेशनल की एक डॉक्यूमेंट्री है जहां पे केरल के कुछ गांव में शरिया लॉ एग्जिस्ट करता है, उसकी पूरी डॉक्यूमेंट्री है। आपको वो डॉक्यूमेंट्री जरूर देखनी चाहिए। और ये वो पढ़े लिखे 100% लिटरेसी रेट वाले स्टेट की हम बात कर रहे हैं, जहां पे गांव के गांव शरिया लॉ से चलते हैं। और CNN के उन जर्नलिस्टों को कितना ऑपोजिशन उस गांव में, वो सब डॉक्यूमेंट्री में उन्होंने दिखाया है। तो देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ मटेरियल आउट देयर, हम सिर्फ देखना नहीं चाह रहे हैं। ट्रस्ट मी, इस फिल्म को बनाने से पहले मुझे भी बहुत कुछ नहीं पता था। अब मैं कुछ थोड़ा बहुत ज्यादा जानता हूं, इसलिए मैं कॉन्फिडेंस से कह सकता हूं, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत कुछ देखा, मैंने बहुत कुछ एक्सपीरियंस किया। यू वांटेड टू ऐड टू दैट, प्लीज।
Hello. Yeah, there is definitely documentation in terms of people who, there are about cases who have gone from Kerala joined the IS. The most recent is that of a news disclosed by the Chief Minister of Kerala, Shri Pinarayi Vijayan himself. It was about Praju, who converted as Muhammad Amin. This is a news from Balusheri. I am just quoting the news. Praju's wife, a native of Balusheri, learnt about the whereabouts of her husband who fled 8 years ago after Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan's statement in a press conference. Pinarayi Vijayan, who was speaking in the context of narcotic jihad, had revealed that Praju, a resident of Turutiyad Balusheri, was included in the list of Malayalis who joined the IS. Praju, Muhammad Amin, who is also accused in the Kinanur Mangayam Amina Amma murder case, fled the country after causing a huge financial burden on his wife and family. The wife says that it is no surprise that he has joined a terrorist organization because he would do anything for money. He has married 4 times. Praju converted to Islam 3 years before marrying her. The young woman revealed that the man who had strong religious beliefs had forced her, a Sunni believer, to be radical in her beliefs and told her that if she did so, she would get money as she wished. In 2009, Amina Umma, an elderly woman, was murdered by living alone in her house in Mangayam, Variyamala. Due to lack of evidence, the court acquitted Praju and another accused, that is in the murder case, due to lack of evidence. This was mentioned by the Chief Minister of Kerala himself. We have different cases, recorded evidence which was reported in news itself of different people who converted or got radicalized, or people who belong to a certain community or region themselves who got radicalized and joined terrorist organization. Not just IS but other terrorist organizations also. Not just that, there is recordable evidence of cases of love jihad in which the girl was found dead, girl or girls were found dead in suspicious situations. For example, Anila Veni Julie, students of Ambalapura, all this is related to Kerala. Anila Veni Julie, students of Ambalapura Model Higher Secondary School. Vrinda Papilisheri Kannur. We have at least 18 such cases of reported suspicious deaths linked with love jihad and other killings.
Yeah, I have a question.
Does not decide कि crime की gravity क्या होगी. यहाँ पर मैं आपके साथ ही श्रुति या चित्रा जो भी जवाब देना चाहें. आप चूंकि पढ़ाई के जरिए लोगों को वापस सनातन धर्म या अपने किसी और धर्म में लाने की कोशिश कर रही हैं, तो क्या पढ़ाया जाता है और क्या दिखाया जाता है कि क्या सही है और गलत है?
Hello. See, when a person who has been radicalized or brainwashed into a certain ideology is brought to our institution, they are in a particular mindset that they are not even willing to converse with us. If you tell them, if you try to tell them morals, or if you try to tell them something about good values or something, they are not willing to listen. They say, I don't want to listen to something related to Hindu Dharma. I do not want you to quote from Vedas. I do not want you to hear anything from the Bhagavad Gita. I want to talk only on the basis of the Quran and the other authentic scriptures of Islam. So that is where the challenge is. So unless we ourselves are not well versed, or we haven't learned the scriptures, authentic scriptures which are leading these people, or certain verses from the authentic scriptures which is motivating these people into adopting radical or anti-national mindsets, and counsel them and bring them back by telling them how fallacious these are, or how dangerous these are, or how they have been fooled or brainwashed into believing that something like this is the words of God or divine inspiration. We have to know ourselves, or we have to be educated ourselves. So what we, answering your question, what we do, how we do, we counsel them based on comparative religion. That is, along with Sanatana Dharma, we also teach, or we also impart teachings in the scriptures or teachings of the other religions. Or we teach Sanatana Dharma also, we teach all other religions, not just Islam, we teach Christian, I mean, we have studied and researched and taught about all other religions. And then we teach them the real history of India, that is the undistorted history of India, cultural, social, and the true history of India's freedom struggle. What we are taught in our textbooks today is mainly biased history. So we teach them the real history, which is based on facts and evidences and the current happenings. And we also provide them spiritual counseling based on Yoga Vidya and meditation and certain sadhanas. This is an overall comprehensive syllabus which is not, it's not like somebody comes, you talk to them, you can revert them in 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 hours. If it's purely ideological, just a 2 or 3 hours conversation is enough to bring someone back or de-radicalize them. For example, in the case of Anaga, she was brainwashed so ideologically, but it was purely ideological conversion. So in her case, it just took about 3 hours to make her realize the fallacies of what she was made to believe and adopt such a mindset and bring her back. But if there is some other angle involved, for example, love trap or narcotic jihad or different other traps, then it takes time. You need to be very patient, and the person has to cooperate, the parents have to cooperate. So it's a very long process and a challenging one too.
So hello.
Hi everyone. First of all, hats off to the entire crew, because you have done such an awesome job. This film is actually closely related to my life and to my heart. I'm Dr. Anagha. I'm coming from Thrissur, Kerala.
I'm a physiotherapist by profession and full-time worker of Arsha Vidya Samajam. Before 2 years, I too went through a stage of conversion, and like Shalini Unnikrishnan, that character, my life was also changed upside down during my hostel days. Even though I was born and brought up in a practicing Hindu family, I was not at all aware about why I am doing all these things, or I was unaware about my dharma. And when I went for my higher studies, I left home and joined in Ernakulam Mini College, and I stayed in a hostel there. And like Asifa, I too had many roommates. The conversion strategy, what shown in the film, is exact, not a bit exaggeration. I must say that it is exact, because they themselves create a situation and slowly inject or slowly started to say about their religion. Between the normal conversations itself, between us, religion came a topic, and they started us questioning. Just like whatever you are asking. Actually, after seeing the film, I was really angry with you because you had acted so much best, okay? Just like that strategy means, first they will ask questions, they will put you in confusion, and at that confused state, they will start criticizing our religion, that is our gods. The same exact questions, why are you having this much gods, why are you praying to a stone, so much questions they keep on asking. And because of we are unaware about why we are following all these things, or I was unaware about my dharma, so I couldn't answer any of those questions. And like Shalini Unnikrishnan kept silent, I also kept silent. And after noticing, I felt that somewhere a degrading thought came to me, that why I am not knowing these things, so I have to search on. So I came to my parents and asked these questions, what I faced from my friends, and they told me that just because our forefathers are doing all this, we are following the same. It was obviously not convincing to me. I started searching in social medias also, but there also I couldn't get any convincing answers, because many explanations to shlokas, etc., are given. But what a common man has doubts, it was not given by any of the scholars, or I couldn't get from any sources. So slowly, as depicted in the film itself, slowly Shalini started to ask questions. Okay, if this is wrong, then what is right? They make us to ask like that. And slowly I started asking, okay, then what is right? And they started to say that Allah is the only God, no others should be worshipped other than Allah. If you worship anybody rather than Allah, you will be put in hell. The first thing they will present, they are presenting their ideology in such a way that it is the best and it is the only truth. And slowly I started asking more questions, and when they notice that we are interested, they will give more books, that is Quran translations, that is called tafsir. And also they started to share videos of Zakir Naik and MM Akbar and all. And actually these videos of those people made me actually, radicalized. I was radicalized to that ideology, because I slowly, gradually, my brain was fed up with this radicalized ideology. I was becoming a dangerous girl, I must say, because I started to believe that none of the ideologies except Islam is right. And not only right, I started hating, because it is said in the Quran itself, no consideration should be given to the kafirs. I am not at all exaggerating it. There are many verses in the Quran itself what
how they consider or how Allah consider kafirs. So I was keep on studying this ideology, and slowly I became a anti-Hindu, and I must say that not only anti-Hindu, I became anti-human, because my parents' tears, my family's tears was not at all bothering me. They kept on crying and fall to my feet and said, please don't go away. I started all practices that is followed by Muslim, that I was living like a Muslim woman. For about 5 years I studied Islam, and at 2020 I was actually living like a Muslim woman. And at that time, you can just imagine, I was from a practicing Hindu family, and puja and all are going on in my home. At that time, in upstairs, I am doing namas, and my parents couldn't tolerate what I am doing. They can't even stop me. But what to say? I am asking them questions and they can't answer any of them. So they couldn't stop me from anything. They could only do one thing, was cry and say that please don't go away. And at last day, my father and mother, I am not at all exaggerating, it was what I have gone through. My father and mother came to me and fell into my feet and said that please don't go away. If you go away, we will commit suicide. No other options left between us. So the one who gave to birth me, the one who loved me, the one who cared for me, I told to them, anyway you are going to die as kafirs. You are going to be put in hell. It does not bother me if you commit suicide or not. I was really rude to them. Actually, this ideology, I must say, this ideology made me to say that, because it considers kafirs as just below animals. They consider kafirs as below animals, and it is also mentioned in the Quran that if your parents are non-Muslims or disbelievers, you does not have to obey your parents, or you does not have to consider your parents as, you does not have to consider them as parents. They were taught like I was taught like that, and let you guys decide whether they take this ideology or this behavior is anti-nation or anti-human. You guys decide. And I was so rude that not only to my parents, even to my cousin sister's child, when she at that time she was just 4, while the azan was given, I couldn't perform namas at time, and she was keep on coming to me and say, come, let's play, let's play. I got very angry and I pushed her down. Just see, she's just 4, she's not even knowing what I am going through. Is this anti-human or what? And after 5 or 6 years of Islamic study, I was completely against others. Only Allah or Muslims are right. Is this a tolerant thinking? It is intolerance, right? And by God's grace or my family's prayers, I was able to come to Arshavidya Samajam and meet Acharya-ji. And as Vishali-ji said, the ideology which I was carrying in my head for the 6 long years, he proved me.
Acharya proved me to be false within just 3 hours. It is only through our course, Adhyatmika Shastram course. So I must say that I was trying to expose in front of public is real. Please don't say that it is some agenda or what. You are playing actually with thousands of girls' lives. Please do believe that. After coming to Ashtavidya Samajam, I also met so many cases, and you asked how they are becoming anti-nation, right? Some of the students from US came to us, and he was highly radicalized in this ideology, and he was asking his Pakistani and Afghanistani friends that when are you coming to attack India? Why are you not demolishing the temples in India? Is this anti-nation or what? Is this anti-human or what? Actually, I am not saying that all Muslims are wrong or all Hindus are right or all Christians are wrong. I am not at all saying that. But this ideology surely, definitely contains some of the verses or that makes anti-human or anti-national. And we must say that a strong caucus is functioning all over the world to convert people, to radicalize them, to recruit them to this ISIS terror or any other terrorist groups, and it is a fact. And this film is actually, I must bow down before you because you have been that much sincere to that topic, and I couldn't watch the film. I watched the film actually by holding breath. I want to say that each and every scene, I want to cry loudly. Hats off to you guys. Thank you for taking this topic and exposing it before the public and bringing it to the big screen. Thank you all, and also I must thank you my Acharya-ji, my Guruji, Acharya Manojji and Ashtavidya Samajam. Because of them only I could come back to my dharma, and so many, regardless of how many threats or whatever crisis we are facing, some of them in this society, we are ready to even give or surrender our lives for saving our sisters, daughters, all them, not only girls, all them. We are ready, and once of all, thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Anna.
They are not used to speaking in front of media. So please use your discretion when you use this speech, because I know that even this speech can be misinterpreted. This speech can also be labeled as agenda or whatever. So please use your discretion, and she's just poured her heart out, and you can see so many other girls are getting emotional.
Vipulji, can any of the Muslim girls speak?
I've been waiting for a long time.
Can any of the Muslim girls also say something?
Vipulji, my name is Bella. I'm from the time.
This film is about bringing the pain of these girls to the fore, their situation to the fore. And anybody, irrespective of any party or any political ideology, anybody who wants to support their cause, forget the film. Again I am saying, film is just one thing. Look at their lives. If anybody is ready to support their lives, their problem, we will welcome. We invite all the political parties to come together. It's not just if this topic has touched the chord of one political party, and if the other political parties don't want to feel their pain, that's their choice. But as far as we are concerned, we are welcoming all of them. We want everybody's strength to come together, and let's make this country a country clean of this menace. And for that, everybody will be required. Not one ideology or not two, everybody. So it is upon them whether they want to join the pain of these girls or no. Again, I am saying our film is nothing. It is their life. It is their pain. Let's focus on them. So all political ideologies are more than welcome to join.
तो ऑफ कोर्स उतनी रिसर्च हम एक महीने में नहीं कर सकते थे, लेकिन ज़्यादातर फिल्म्स आपके कैरेक्टर के बारे में होती है कि हम कैरेक्टर कैसे प्रेप करेंगे, कैसे एक्टिंग करेंगे, कैसे उस, लेकिन ये फिल्म कहीं से भी एक्टिंग और प्रोजेक्ट वाइज नहीं था। डे 1 से उन लड़कियों के बारे में था, क्योंकि सुदीप्तो सर मेड श्योर कि जब हम उन सब के बारे में जाने तो इट वॉजेंट अ कमर्शियल प्रोजेक्ट। ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग, आज भी लोग पूछ रहे हैं कि 100 करोड़ हो गया, 150 करोड़ हो गया, आपको कैसा लग रहा है? ट्रस्ट मी, हम लोग सब अगर चाहते तो उतना बिजनेस हो चुका है कि आज ये सब करने का कोई पॉइंट नहीं है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हम इतना अटैच्ड हैं इस प्रोजेक्ट से, वी फील सो मच अबाउट द प्रोजेक्ट कि आज भी हम लोग यहाँ पर हैं। और जैसा आपने पूछा कि पढ़ने के बाद, आई थिंक वी आर ऑल डिफरेंट पर्सन नाउ, ऑल ऑफ अस, क्योंकि हम डे 1 पे जब प्रोजेक्ट पे थे तब बहुत एक्टर वाली फीलिंग थी, पर आज हम पर्सनली बहुत जुड़े हुए हैं इस प्रोजेक्ट पे सब लोगों के साथ।
सो मैं प्रश्न मैं बताना चाहूँगी कि वो स्टीरियोटिपिकल सब्जेक्ट नहीं है, हीरो हीरोइन वैसा जो हमें सोचते हैं, जिसका ड्रीम रहता है कि अरे मैं पिक्चर करूँगी तो ऐसी पिक्चर करूँगी, इसके साथ करूँगी। मगर लाइफ में ऐसे मौके बहुत कम मिलते हैं जहाँ ये आपसे भी एक बड़ी चीज़ है। ऐसा मौका है कि ये जो स्टोरी है वो हम चारों या जितने भी कास्ट मेंबर है उनके थ्रू हर एक लड़की को पहुंचे जो शायद इस चीज से गुजर रही है या गुजर चुकी हो, और उसकी अगर मदद हो सके एक भी लड़की की तो ये हमारे लिए बहुत बहुत बड़ी जीत है। सेकेंडली, मैं कल अपनी नानी के साथ ये पिक्चर देखने गई थी, और मेरी नानी गुजराती है, ज़्यादा हिंदी समझती नहीं है। उन्होंने बाहर आके मुझे एक बात बोली कि मुझे वो तेरा सीन बहुत सही लगा जब तूने आके अपने पापा को बताया कि आपने तो हमें कभी कुछ सिखाया ही नहीं है, जो कि मैं मानती हूँ वो बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा सच बात है। क्योंकि आज भी मैं अपनी नानी को पूछती हूँ कि ऐसा क्यों है, ये क्यों होता है, हम मंडे को क्यों व्रत रखते हैं, हम ट्यूसडे क्यों व्रत रखते हैं? वो बोलती है बस ऐसा ही है, मेरे टाइम से, उनके पापा दादा सबके टाइम से यही चला जा रहा है। तो हमें ज़्यादा नॉलेज नहीं है, जो कि इस पिक्चर से मुझे रियलाइज हुआ है। और एक चीज़, एक मुस्लिम लेडी आई थी कल मेरे पास, पिक्चर देखने आई थी, और आके उन्होंने मेरा हाथ शेक किया, मुझे बहुत टाइट हग किया और मुझे बोला थैंक यू कि आपने ये पिक्चर दिखाई है, क्योंकि ये पिक्चर इस्लाम को गलत नहीं बता रहा है, बट ये बता रहा है कि कुछ लोग इस्लाम को यूज करके
औरतें और बच्चों को एक टैंकर में, जैसे वॉशिंग मशीन में हम लोग कपड़े स्टफ करते हैं ना, वैसे 16 आवर्स बाय रोड, तो दे कांट गो टू द लू, खाना नहीं खा सकते, बाथरूम नहीं जा सकते। आपको पता है वी कांट फॉर 2 आवर्स वी गेट अनकंफर्टेबल, बट 16 आवर्स एक के ऊपर एक डंप, एंड देयर इज नो ऑक्सीजन फॉर देम टू ब्रीथ इन। अभी जो लड़कियां वो टैंकर में जा रही है उनके तो रिकॉर्ड्स नहीं है, so you have 32,000 of those 16 that are going every day, there are no written records of that. And when you remove those bodies, जैसे हम लोग वॉशिंग मशीन से कपड़े निकालते हैं, half those bodies are broken bones, right? Because ऐसे you stuff them in. So bodies with mangled bones come out. आधे मर चुके हैं, आधे जिंदे, आधे मरे। कुछ बच्चों को ऑक्सीजन नहीं मिला है तो they are half dead, half alive. तो यूज नहीं होंगे वो to become terrorists in the future. And जो औरतें थोड़ी तंदुरुस्त है और सेक्स स्लेव्स बन सकती हैं, उनको लिया जाता है एंड भर्ती किया जाता है ISIS कैंप में। जो बच्चे शायद बड़े होकर टेररिस्ट बन सकते हैं, वो जो आधे फॉर यूज नहीं है टू बिकम सुसाइड बॉम्बर्स और सेक्स स्लेव्स, उनको ऐसे ही वो रेगिस्तान में वो
तो इनके कॉज को बड़ा बताइए। फिल्म को आप जितना गालियां देना चाहें दे दीजिए, लेकिन इनका कॉज ना मरे, इनका कॉज बड़ा हो और देश इस कॉज को भूले नहीं, ये अब हम सबकी जिम्मेदारी है। इतना ही कहना चाहेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी वेरी मच, आप लोग सब यहाँ आए और हमारे इतने लंबे लंबे जवाब भी आपने बहुत शांति से सुने। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you very much.
Giving us this beautiful movie. The movie succeeded in depicting what is the brainwashing system existing all over the world, not only in Kerala but all over the world. And it is succeeded in depicting what is love trap jihad is. and the movie got succeeded in depicting what the recruiting system existing in our country, which is recruiting the people towards ISIS like terrorist groups. And the movie got success in showing what the problem is and where the solution is. Problem क्या था? शालिनी उन्नीकृष्णन का और गीतांजलि का प्रॉब्लम धर्म सिखाए गए नहीं है और चरित्र के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं सिखाए गए हैं. They were not knowing what is happening in and around of both, and they could easily become prey to what the antagonist character was trying. And solution also said in the same movie also. So we all, as representatives of victims of all types of jihad, are thanking Vipul ji, Sudipto ji and all the team, Ada ji and all. Thank you to you, showing how those people could brainwash us, how they could inject poisonous ideologies in our brain. And thank you to showing what was our situation when we got brainwashed. Thank you all. And we all from Arsha Vidya Samajam thanking our father, our guru, Acharya Shri K.R. Manoj ji, and our second mother, Arsha Vidya Samajam, to bring him back to life, to declare in front of you, standing boldly, we had such experience. Nobody should come to this experience. No more Shruti, no more Chitra, no more Adira, no more Dr. Anatha should come. We will fight. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you. Thank you all also. We will fight. We Arsha Vidya Samajam associating, seeking help from other organizations also. We'll fight against these anti-nationals. We will not allow anybody to become prey again. We will fight. Please support us. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. On that very emotional note, we also who represent thousands more across the country who have similar stories, who have gone through suffering, who have gone through pain, who have gone through indoctrination of the worst kind. So we
Yeah.